Am I looking at the camera right now? Wait, what? Oh, wait, it's How much you want? Hey guys, bonjour tout le monde, hola tout and mano na. Today I am with my buddy Chris. I'm going to be doing an interview with him, asking a bit of questions of what it's like to be black. I'm kidding. We're going to ask him some questions about being multicultural, living in the US. His family is from the DRC, yeah? Because as you guys know, this is a channel about being multicultural, being a TCK, having different identities. So we're going to get to it, alright? You ready? Sounds good. Cool. Where are you from and how long have you been in the US?
So I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Not to be confused with Dominican Republic. So it's DRC, not DR.
And when did you come to the US?
Around 2000, so I was about 9 to 10 years old.
So before then, you lived in the DRC, right?
I lived in the DRC and I also lived in Uganda.
So then when you moved here, what was the transition like?
Being young helped a lot because when you're young, it's all fun. It's all like part of a game. It's all part of like, hey, we're taking the field trip. I think when I came here, I wasn't fluent in English, so that was probably the hardest adjustment. I just get myself used to speaking English. I remember when I came here, this old white lady came up to me and was like, hey, you know, your English is not too bad. You know, you should be fluent in about 6 months. And I was surprised that, you know, someone can become fluent that fast. But coming here young is a lot easier than coming older, so I was able to adjust a lot faster than most people. What I did is like when I came here, I came with my family, obviously. Stay together, stick together as a community, which there is obviously a lot of benefits of doing that, but I realized that I had to assimilate as fast as possible. And so what I did is like, I made sure all my friends were native English speakers for a while. You know, not that I didn't have any African friends, but that's where I spent most of my time in school. You know, after school, riding bikes, playing soccer. And so my goal was to assimilate and then also just learn English as fast as possible, because I knew once I knew English, everything would be easy. So it depends on your age, right? Age really makes a difference on how people assimilate. Personality makes a difference on how people assimilate. Language makes a difference on how people assimilate. Level of education makes a difference on how people assimilate. Socioeconomic status makes a difference on how people assimilate. So I would say if you're coming, let's say you just finished high school, you know, you're from Nigeria or from Mexico. I would say the first thing I would say is learn the language. So like practice, and the best way to practice is not with your African friends or with your Mexican friends or with your, you know, with your Indian friends. Is like really find people that have invested a lot of time in that language and hang out with them. You know, talk to them, eat with them. That'll be the biggest thing. Because once you're able to cross that cultural and linguistic barrier, then it's a lot easier. It's always weird because like when someone sees me, they don't know exactly how to categorize me, because I mean, to a typical American, I appear to be like an African American, but then when they hear me open my mouth, like, huh, he sounds kind of weird. And I'm just used to it. I try not to be offended by those questions, because sometimes people are just curious.
Yeah. So. Right. What's it like when you go home and hang out with your family? Like, what's that environment like? What's the language spoken?
It's a good time. It's always a good time. The interesting thing about my family is like we're all different ages, obviously, but some of us are fluent in languages and some of us aren't. So when I go home, I do my best to talk to my mom only in Swahili. Swahili is my mother tongue. My dad would speak English. We used to try to speak French, but then once you become really fluent in one language, it just becomes a lot more comfortable. And so all my siblings, we all speak English, obviously. So we all speak English to our dad and our mom, and then one another. But my brother and I, we try to speak Swahili to our mom just so we don't lose that language.
Dude, that's awesome. So you actively work to maintain your cultural heritage in your language.
Oh yeah, man, you use it or you lose it.
So if you could categorize the weirdest questions you got about Africa.
Oh man.
So like, if you could give me the top 3 that people have asked you about Africa, what would they be?
Okay, top 3. Most commonly asked, do you like snow? I don't.
No.
No one likes snow. No one likes snow. Even you don't like snow. It's either related to poverty or language. That's a good one. I remember when I was in high school, a lot of my friends, when I said I was African, they would start doing the clicking language called Xhosa. It's a South African language. I mean, I don't speak it. I've just heard about it, so that was always like really annoying. I would say all the cultural norms that you think are normal in your country do not apply in this country, because you're gonna come here and try, but those cultural norms will not apply here. So you have to like wash yourself of what's normal to you. Not saying get rid of it. Just know that where you're coming is very different, and everything is different. The way you approach life is very different. So that's language, and then approach to life is very different. When you come here, don't lose your culture. Like you're different, and there's nothing wrong with being different. Your difference should be celebrated. It shouldn't be put down. So, my Africans, when you come here, like, don't try to be American, because you're not. You're never going to be that. I tried doing that in middle school. It didn't work too well, and so being yourself is just so much easier. Own your accents, own the way you walk, own the way you talk, own what you eat. Really own your culture. It's a beautiful thing. That's what makes you different. So, whoa, boy, move the whole couch.
All right, guys, that's all I got for today. If you guys want to follow Chris on Instagram, give you an Instagram plug.
Hey.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
If you had a good time, if you want to catch more of these kind of interview things, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. If you want to follow Chris, his information is right here. Why are you doing it? No.
My bad. it's everywhere.
It's gonna be in a place, okay? But if you want to go ahead, follow him, subscribe to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Au revoir tout le monde. Veluma de oro. Adios a todos.
Adios.
Alright, so what's your name?
You're not gonna warm me up a little bit? Straight to business. My name is Chris Lola.
Why?
Wait, what?
Why is your name Christian Lola?
No fun. No boogers.
When you get close, it screws up.
and then we're coming back.
Getting on the boat.
One-way street. One-way ticket. So
not from like a legal perspective, from like a personal awareness. Veluma a todo. See you guys later. Au revoir tout le monde. Veluma a todo. Adios. I keep
do it one more time. Hey.